Tell us your name and who is your son or daughter?
I'm Mike. I'm 55 years old, living in Hanover. I work in a bank as an international wealth manager. And I have two children. Jan is 22 and Julia is 20. And they go together to North Alabama University this summer.
When was the first time your children approached you with the idea of studying in the US?
It was time of COVID. Julia also went to school. Jan was studying economics, and because my wife infected all three of us with the USA virus, and we made a common family trip in 2019. And 2 years later, my children said, "Daddy, we have already talked to Mom. We want to go for a year to the United States to study there."
How did you react at first?
Oh, it's a very big step. What about the organization? What about the costs? First, I thought, children, please, can you begin your studying in Germany first? No, my children said no. The next step is United States, and we will manage it.
What do you think are the advantages of the American education system?
I studied economics in the 80s and 90s with 500 or 600 students in it's like a education factory, the university but I had luck. I studied marketing and had a very, very good professor who made little groups of learning groups, and I said my children should get to know this, and in the United States there will be the possibility to act so.
Do you think that studying in the US will help your children develop not only in terms of education, but also personal growth and development?
I think my children will develop during this year their personality. They are living on their own. They get to know other people from all the world, and they could breathe the American way of life, and the American music, the sports, the culture. It's this thing. They are infected with this US loving virus, and they have got a year to develop it.
How did you help them find funding?
To be honest, without a scholarship, it would not be able for us to send two children same time. 2 years. I'm working in a bank as a clerk, and the costs are not very low. So it's a good possibility that a scholarship will support us. It's a way to make the dream true.
How did you first come across Epro 360?
Jan, my son, had made research in the internet, and some Friday he came to us, to my wife and me, and said, "Tomorrow we have a video call with Jonas from Epro." Aha, I said, aha. And at first I googled Epro 360. Who is Epro? And next day there was an interview.
What was your first impression of Epro 360?
I'm a bank manager who's dealing with a lot of people and businessmen, and I told my family he's authentic. I think he practices what he preaches, and I've got a good feeling. At first, when I talking to new business contacts, I said, "Oh, what does he want? Is it real?" Yes, I've got a good feeling.
What made you feel good and secure about Epro 360?
Each question we had, Jonas had an answer, and I thought he felt it with us. It came from his heart. I said he was authentic, and he is sharing the feelings of his customers, and I had never the feeling that he will try to sell anything. I had a feeling he will find a solution for his customers, and he's trying to create a win-win situation.
What concerns or what challenges could Epro 360 solve for you?
My biggest concern was, is it possible, the process from A to Z, to bring my children to USA together at the same university? Is it possible to manage it? Or will it cost a lot of sums, a lot of time, and at the end we are failing? I have a lot of and then perhaps a few weeks after our conversation, oh sorry, it is not possible, and my children will be disappointed.
How do you think the beginning with Epro 360 went?
I'm very proud my children organized everything by themselves. I could lean back and I could take the steps. Daddy, we've got a tutor. Daddy, there's a list of universities which will be interesting for us. And I really could lean back and watch. It works. It works.
How has Epro 360 helped you the most?
Their ability of organization, their business context to the university, I could not manage it. I could not go hundreds of universities in USA, which will be the best deal for us, from costs, from a university with fits to my children, that they could say, is it? And now I have the feeling this one you've chosen is the correct one for me, for my children. It's the best choice.